Let's turn our attention to foreign affairs. Penny Wong, we said last week she was straight into it in terms of her visit to the Pacific. She's back there meeting with the Prime Minister of Samoa today, Andrew.
Yes, and they gave a press conference a short time ago. A real contrast with Marise Payne's approach. Someone described her as a foreign minister who didn't like travel, which sounds kind of like the wrong job. Anyway, here's Penny Wong in Samoa, her second Pacific visit. There will be more. China recently signed an agreement with Samoa. The Samoan Prime Minister today downplayed that, saying that was about things that have been put in place for some time. And she came bearing gifts, Penny Wong, promising a Guardian patrol boat to replace one that had run aground. But both herself and the Samoan Prime Minister here made a bit about Labor's approach to climate change. Anthony Albanese has been saying for a while, we are stronger on climate change. That's what the Pacific nation leaders want to hear. And that's certainly what we heard at this press conference.
Most importantly, I want to be very clear that we are deeply committed to taking stronger action on climate.
We've worked closely with Australia, especially in responses to climate impact. And I do want to recognise your former administrations. We agree to differ, but then as we do, as partners in development, we keep moving forward in ways that we are able to move forward. But we feel that, Senator, with your policy stance, we are greatly encouraged.
So from Samoa to Tonga, where Penny Wong will be meeting with, among others, the royal family there. So she's really hitting the region, and then back on the weekend and then departing for Jakarta with the Prime Minister for his second big international visit, and one that many observers think that Indonesia relationship is underdone, continues to be underdone. He's trying to fix that situation, leaving on Sunday, Andrew. Now, to the Liberal Party, Peter Dutton, he's still putting together that front bench. No word just yet on that, but he knows what issues he wants to focus on, including the one of power prices, which we touched on earlier.
Yes, I've been able to glean a little bit, but not much here, Kieran. So Liberal leader Peter Dutton, as Kieran said, wasted no time talking about electricity and petrol prices in his first press conference this week, laying the groundwork for opposition attacks to come. They've got something to work with now when Parliament starts in a couple of months' time. He said at that first press conference there would be a shadow cabinet reshuffle later in the week. But I think this is dependent on whether Amanda Stoker and Greg Mirabella get up in the Senate with counts going on, and this in turn could affect how many Nationals and Liberals are in a shadow cabinet. So I'm not expecting an announcement tomorrow. The tip is Angus Taylor will be Shadow Treasurer, but this has yet to be announced and I can't get it confirmed. I can reveal you will not see Matt Canavan return on this front bench. That's my understanding. And as I say, any other details are hard to come by. I'll tell you one thing that did not endear the Nationals to new Deputy Liberal leader Susan Ley. Her first interview with Sky's Andrea Crothers, where she continued to advocate for her former position of a ban on live sheep exports.
That's something that the work that I did over that live sheep trade was pivotal in supporting what is a summer ban and what has been a hugely reduced number of exports.
But do you still want it phased out over 5 years?
Well, I think there's a win-win here, and I think that's what's always missed. So if we increase the processing capacity in Australia, we actually don't need this trade at all.
So you stand by your position then?
Well, of course I stand by what I presented in the Parliament.
So the Nats didn't like that, a rocky start to the coalition in a way, Kieran, and neither did the farmers, according to the publication The Countryman. Have a look at this. Are you kidding?